I just wanted to start off by saying the first thing that I am, the first person I am, is a mama. I'm a mama. I'm a mama to my children, and I hopefully can be a mama to many other children. My daughter, Siwatu Salama-Ra, her name means born during war to bring in peace sent by God. My memory right now is early this year, sitting in the hallway of the courtroom where we are. We've spent 6 days in court in defense of my daughter, defending her baby and myself. I'm sitting in the hallway because for some reason I just wasn't feeling easy about this thing and coming up with the verdict, and it just did not feel well. The next thing I know, the doors to the courtroom burst open, and here comes my child. Here she comes, trying her best to run to me, but she couldn't run because she's pregnant. So she's down low and she's coming to me, and all she's saying is, "Mommy, mommy, mommy." From that moment there, she, myself, and my entire family have gone to the pits of hell, and we've been held there in this nightmare. My child was torn away from me on March the 1st, where she entered into a prison system that I had no idea existed. And I'm one of the ones, I'm the activist that thinks, I know about this. I've heard Angela Davis. I've heard Michelle Alexander. I know a little bit. I'm from the community, but I had no idea. My child is held in isolation for 28 days. 23 hours of that day, she's in isolation. She's let out for 1 hour a day. She leaves that portion of the facility and she goes into an area that's designated just for the women that are expecting or post. She becomes so ill while she's there. Mind you, she's high risk. She's high risk simply because she's Black. Her first child was born a month and a half early. That baby weighed 3 pounds and went through all kinds of misery. And we tried to convince this system that she wasn't well. She became ill in that place, went to the prison's doctor, where he told her, "There's nothing wrong with you. Go back and splash some water on yourself." She becomes so ill after she saw one of the mothers come back after giving birth, and that mother was so distraught because they took her baby. She had an asthma attack. She took the ambulance to the hospital, and she's shackled. She's 6.5 months pregnant. She's shackled with her hands, with a belly chain around her belly, with 2 more chains going down to her ankle. And the chains around her ankle are so tight that they cut off the circulation and her ankle swells. When she gets into the hospital, she's being examined by the physician and she's shackled to the bed. We don't do that to dogs. If you chained a pregnant dog to a fence, you would have to answer to the authorities. Yet, this is how we treat women, pregnant women in these facilities. While she was there, she had to receive medicine to stop her contractions, and then she went back to the maternity area. She was only there for about 3 more months when she went into labor. The practice here is that family is not notified when the women go into labor, so we didn't know. We had no idea. The practice is here that no one from the family can even be in the hospital when that woman goes into labor. So we officially did not know that the baby was born until she got back to the prison, and she called us and she told us. But she told us that her experience in the hospital was such that They did everything they could to treat her well, to make her feel comfortable. That there was a Black woman, OBGYN, that delivered her baby, who told her that she knew about her and that she actually felt honored to be able to deliver her baby. So who do we have now? We have Zala, who is the 3-year-old, and we have Zakai Saklur Ra Mohammed. He'll be 6 months this month. He's a beautiful baby. He smiles constantly, and we were so worried because she was so depressed and she cried so much. He's a beautiful little boy. On one of our conversations, she called me and she told me, she said, "Mommy," she said, "my body yearns for my children." She told me that her brain searches for her children. And I must admit, I was kind of outdone because I've never heard anybody say that about missing a child. But my next thought became the immigrants and how their bodies were yearning for their children and how their brains were searching for their children. I talked to her this morning, and she wanted me to share that the women in there watch the news in the day room, and they hear the commentators talk about how proudly they are treating the immigrants when they come to the border, how they take their children from them. And what I heard this morning was there is 700 and some children, and 400 will not be reunited with their parents. And she talked about how the women there in these facilities are criminals, like the ones coming up to the border are criminals, and that their children undeservedly become criminals too. She told me about this country and how the values of this country have become so low that it's become so dangerous. She said that it was more dangerous now than if a nuclear weapon had fallen on us. She also wanted me to tell you that you're the ones that are equipped to do the work that has to be done now. The work that you have to do is much, but that you're equipped to do it. We're a family of organizers, and I'm not talking about just blood. I'm talking about blood. And so we invite you to come out tomorrow if you're here and you're still in the area. Come out to the Cass Commons. We're having a fundraiser for her tomorrow. And if you want more information, Google her name or go to freesiwatu.org. Thank you so much for listening.